How's it going, everybody? This is Matt with Mule Skinner Transport. Got another load heading to Indiana right now. That one's headed to St. George, Utah, home of Matt's Offroad Recovery. If you follow them on YouTube, I've been a faithful follower of them for probably over 6 years now. I've been following them, Trailmater, and Fabrats for years and years. Good content. You should check them out. But I'm hoping after I drop off in Utah here for the next 4 or 5 days that I'll be able to stop by Matt's Off-Road Recovery. And I know they don't really meet people because they're busy, you know. They're working people. They've got things to do. If they stopped and shook hands with every single person that stopped in, they'd never get anything done. So I don't expect any to even be able to meet them, to be honest. I just think it'd be cool to stop by, see their shop, maybe get a t-shirt or a hat if they have a store there, and get a selfie. That'd be kind of cool. Might do that, but we'll see. I mean, that's, like I said, 4 or 5 days away, so we'll see what happens. So my next stop is going to be Grand Island, Nebraska. That's where I'm going to top off my bulk tank, truck, everything. Fully top off with the fuel there, because I think I said in a previous video, that's with the fuel discounts we get with our Com Data card, that is the cheapest place that I can find between Colorado and Indiana to fuel up. I think it was $2.88 a gallon for diesel. Well, I just checked it just a few minutes ago. And that's typically what it was. That's what it was last week too. It was $2.89 a gallon. So it's actually gone down a penny a gallon. But we're going to stop there, top everything off, and then make it a few more hours past that. I want to utilize as much of my drive time as possible. So we'll catch you in Grand Island. Oh, good morning. We made it smack dab in the middle between Omaha, Nebraska, and Des Moines, Iowa. We've got just under 500 miles left to go to get to New Paris, Indiana for pickup. Just waking up. I've got about 15 minutes before I can even clock in, go on duty, do my pre-trip and everything. So getting some coffee made. This Stanley French press, love that thing. And then my water kettle. That water kettle has enough capacity to do one of those and like Quaker Oats. Nice. Don't have to boil water twice. It takes a little bit of time with this thing. This thing full with cold water out of the fridge takes about 4 minutes to boil. So it's not fast, but I mean, it's not the slowest thing in the world either. I've only got 1 spoon left. Last spoon. I'm gonna have to steal some more from a Wendy's or something. But there's not much to see between here and there, unless you want to see Chicago. But But really, who wants to see the south side of Chicago? So we'll catch back up with you at the yard. We'll get hooked up and get out of here. We'll have about 3 hours of drive time once we get hooked up and get through they do the yard exit and everything. So we'll see how far we can get back. I hope to make it back to Iowa today. I think we can make it back to Des Moines. Got that zip tied on there pretty good. Release the cables. I'll turn that battery around because that round is too short. Do the same with this side. Now I've already made sure the battery disconnect was off while I'm hooking up this battery. I will turn it on and the jack should work. Yay! Put that on the right way, that would help. There we go. Get out our weight distribution system. I don't like throwing these in the mud, so I just stick them on loose for now. Get our bars out. $19mm wrench for the nuts, for the bolts on there. Let's see, what else do we need right this second? Nothing right this second. Okay, let's back this puppy up. Okay. Little trick I learned. Putting these bars in and not having to break your back to get them tight. is to hook up the trailer, pick up the truck, then hook up your, he's lined up, then hook up your bars. After you get these dilly bobbers on, of course. Okay, now we'll raise it back up. Right in there. And for my truck, I leave 2 links dangling, and I hook the 3rd. But everybody's truck's gonna be a little bit different on the right height. Yeah, it's nothing. We'll go back down. Those are tight. And don't forget to put your pins in too. Okay. Next step, so we don't lose the battery. We're gonna strap that bad boy down. Okay. Let me bring you over here and show you how I do this. Okay. All right. Chains pulled. Now, to keep everything neat and tidy here and keep the trailer secure, I put all the cables through that lock. There we go. Let's squirt some newer lube in that thing. Then we'll raise our jack all the way. Okay. All right, I'll get this pulled out and get it locked up, get my photos, paperwork submitted, and then we're out of here. All right, next step. Wheel torque. Okay, let's go around, torque all these to spec, which in this case happens to be 100 pounds. We'll go around and torque all these up. So somebody thought it would be funny, zip tie all the keys to that cable, or I can't get to the keys, so I've got to cut the zip tie off. And now all my keys are just loose. That's awesome. Anyway, yep. Make sure that all these things are closed. That's locked. These dingle bobbers. Oh, if I can grab it. Don't want them dragging around. They just leave them. I've seen the guys bring them over the yard just dragging these things on the ground, get them full of dirt, knocking them off. Goodness gracious, that one's tight. Okay. Okay. I can grab one of the keys off of here. Everything looks good here. I've already went around the trailer and looked at everything. Oh, that's cool. That was siliconed open. That's awesome. Make sure. Oh, that's open. Well, I gotta get the paperwork out anyways. Paperwork's right here. And we will lock that. I locked the deadbolt too. Got one of those glass doors. Those things make me nervous. Hey, that's locked. Everything was already locked on this. All right. So that's how quick it is to hook up. Literally 15 minutes, minus getting my photos and everything. But so I'll go around and get my pictures, get everything submitted, get my yard exit done, and we'll be heading back to Colorado here in about 15 minutes. So I just made sure that the DAF, the dealer acceptance form, was in the packet, because the last load I took down to Phoenix, Arizona, just putting a zip tie on these keys, keep them together, didn't have the DAF in the packet, and that caused a little bit of a kerfluffle in getting paid and everything, because I've never had to look for the DAF before. I mean, I've never looked for it. It's never been an issue until this last time, but now every single time I make sure that DAF is in there. Got my BOL. On the front of the BOL, it tells you everything you need to submit to get paid. So as long as you got those things, you're good. So I'm going to finish submitting some paperwork here, do my yard exit, and then we'll get out of Indiana. Okay, so 30 minutes to get in, hook up, and get out. Then it took another 15 minutes for the yard exit. Something was moving kind of slow. And then I went ahead and did the pay advance. I don't need a pay advance, but it's nice to have it. I mean, it's a quick and easy $1,000. Well, good morning. We ended up staying at a rest area last night in Princeton, Illinois. I've been on the road for about 15, 20 minutes now. Just waking up, gathering my thoughts. Got my coffee made, oatmeal going. We've got 7.5 hours till we get to Grand Island, Nebraska, where we will once again top off everything, fuel and DEF. So I don't know where I'm at. I know it's hot in here. I'm about 150 miles from Grand Island. I was going to try to wait to eat till I got to Grand Island, but nope. of those people that when I'm hungry, I want to eat now, like right now. Let's eat. Stop everything you're doing. Let's eat. You know, almost forgot my cheese. You can ask my wife. I get hangry. I get that from my mother. You haven't seen hangry. You've seen my mom hungry. But just a little bologna sandwich. Dijon mustard or brown mustard. And some mayo. I mean, what more do you need? I mean, I would like to have pickles, but I've only got so much room in this little refrigerator that sits in the front seat of the truck. So I'm going to scarf down this sandwich, hit the road. I should be in Grand Island in about 2.5 hours, maybe. But yeah, I couldn't wait. I'm hungry now. Get out, stretch, eat, do my 30-minute break, and we'll catch you there. It's a lot of money. Filling her up. See what it ends up being. Okay. Just finished fueling up in Grand Island. Got some snacks. That's for later. Put 113 gallons in at $2.90 a gallon. So whatever that equals. We're gonna get out of these guys' way, hit the road, and catch back up with you wherever we're gonna stop for the night. Not 100% sure. Kind of playing this one by ear. I'm hoping to get to that place I stopped last time in Kansas, that really nice park area. Oh, not for drinking purposes. Well, I don't have a porpoise, so it's nice to get out of that truck and walk now and then. Like somebody built a little fort over here. That's cute. My son would be all over that. I wonder if these outlets work. Can I stick a fork in there? See if it works? That'd be cool if there was power here. I did not bring a way to find out. Oh yeah, I did. Let me get my voltmeter out. There's a water spigot down here. I want to see if they have the water shut off here. I imagine they do. But I think that'd be pretty cool if the water was working. Nothing. Well, I got a special treat for dinner tonight. I'm gonna go put on a movie and get my treat out here. And when you stop for the night, unplug that trailer. Truck is filthy. Holy cow. All right. Getting chilly out here. That sun's going down. Oh, get my treat. Put on a movie and go to sleep. What better place to spend your 30-minute break than in Glenwood Canyon, Colorado? I mean, look at this. The Colorado River is right down there. The views here. I don't know if the camera is doing it justice, but all the way around. So I was hoping to make it to Grand Junction and do my 30-minute break there and fuel up, because I gotta stop there for fuel anyway. There we go. Making a peanut butter and jelly sandwich over here. Told you guys I live off peanut butter and jelly and ramen noodles when I'm on the road. Living cheap. But I did not make it to Grand Junction. I only had about 30 minutes left till my mandatory break, and it's about an hour more to Grand Junction, so wasn't gonna make it. But like I said, there's not many places more beautiful than Glenwood Canyon in Colorado, so I'm not too upset. I'm still gonna have to stop, but oh well. Fueling up only takes about 20-30 minutes anyways, if there's no lines at the pump. So we're gonna hang out here. Eat our peanut butter and jelly, and do our 30-minute break, and then hit the road. So a DOT officer just pulled in the parking lot here and backed into that sign, bent it over, and left the scene of the crime.
Sunshine, sunshine, sunshine. I think I found it now. What I've been looking for. Isn't it beautiful? It's got my head all up in the...
Welcome to Utah.
Yay, we made it to Utah. Okay, I stopped in Green River, Utah, put 35 gallons of fuel in the truck, That's enough fuel to get me to St. George and then down into Arizona, where the fuel's 40 cents a gallon cheaper. I paid $3.45 back there. That's why I didn't put very much in. There's a place right just south of St. George in Arizona that's got it for $3 a gallon. So I'll top off everything there before I head back to Colorado. But I was gonna stop and stay at that Pilot back there, but I just wasn't feeling it. It just didn't seem like the right place for me to stop for the night. So they had a little Mexican restaurant across from the Pilot truck stop. Stopped, got me some tacos El Pastor and a few to go. Pretty good food there. A little pricey, $18.80 for 3 tacos, but pretty good tacos. While I was there, I looked at the map and I saw a place 17 miles down the road. It's a scenic overlook with truck parking. So I'm going to check that place out. I don't have a whole lot of drive time left today. I've only got about 45 minutes once I stop there. And anything after, there's nothing past that, so there's no point in me continuing on and risk running out of drive time. So I'm gonna stop there for the night and put on a movie, maybe play some solitaire on my tablet, and just chillax in the back of the truck. I talked earlier about the freedom of the open road, and seeing something different every day. Not stuck in an office somewhere. I mean, look at this. What other job do you get to go do things like this? Think there's anybody home? A good sized red ant mound. I'm not gonna disturb them. This is so cool. I've never been west of Green River, Utah till now. And Green River is nothing to write home about. But you go a few miles more, and boy, does the landscape change. I mean, let me see behind me. It is incredible. I'm just gonna go watch a couple movies. I like old westerns. I like John Wayne, Clint Eastwood, Lee Van Cleef. If you've ever seen The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, you know Lee Van Cleef. There's my girl. Pretty much got the whole place to myself. They just stopped to use the restroom, but all this truck parking over there, I'm sure it'll fill up tonight, but I got first dibs right on the curb. Safe and sound. Okay, we just delivered this unit here to Camping World in St. George, Utah. They're just going through the unit right now, making sure everything's good. We're already mostly unhooked. Just got to unhook the power and take the battery off, and then submit the paperwork, and we're good to go. Okay, we have dropped off. We just left St. George. We're heading down to Arizona, where fuel is $3.09. Just crossing the border. I'm literally driving 20 minutes. $3.09 a gallon down there. It was $3.30 a gallon in St. George. I drive 20 minutes south. Save 21 cents a gallon, and I'm probably gonna put in probably right around 100 gallons, maybe a little more. So it's worth it to drive the 20 minutes south, fuel up, and then head back up. And then we're gonna go visit Matt's Offroad Recovery. Get the wife a t-shirt, get my son a t-shirt, probably get me a hat. I think that would be pretty cool. Then we might go to visit Fabrats shop. It's kind of not on the way. It is if you go a roundabout way. So, I don't know. Still indecisive if I'm going there or not. But I'll let you know when I decide. When I decide it. That's final. Well, it's nice being your own boss, picking your own hours. Okay, so it's getting dark on me. I think the last time you saw me, I was unhooking the trailer at the Camping World in St. George. That was at 10:30 this morning. Since then, I went down to Arizona, fueled up, came back up, went to Matt's Off-Road Recovery, and I got to see the world's largest off-road wrecker, and the Morvair, and the Bombi, and the Golden Nugget, and that was all pretty cool. I'll put some pictures up of those. And then I decided, well, since I'm in the area, I'm going to go visit Fabrats. I love the Fabrats YouTube channel. Love those guys. Those guys are awesome. And Paul was actually there. That was awesome. I got to see. I didn't get to meet him. You know, they're busy working men. You know, they don't have time to stop every time somebody shows up to meet everybody. You know, otherwise they'd never get anything done. But it's pretty cool to see him, somebody who I respect and admire on YouTube. He was holding a tire and didn't want to, or with an axle assembly with a tire on it for a his sand rail, and I didn't want to, you know, impose. So I quietly stepped out, talked to his mom, grandma. Everybody calls her grandma. Super sweet lady. Super sweet. We will be home tomorrow, good Lord willing, and the creek don't rise. We will be home tomorrow. I've got only about an hour and a half left on my drive time, and I've got an hour and 4 minutes to get to the rest area that I want to stop at. It's not the same one I stopped at last night. The one I stopped at last night was beautiful. I think I showed that. There was nobody there. I had the whole place to myself all night. It was awesome. It was quiet, just peaceful, and super dark. Oh my goodness, there was no lights out there. It is pitch black. But absolutely no cell phone service either. So that means no movies. Couldn't watch a movie. No YouTube. No online games. I couldn't even play music. I played solitaire until I passed out. I am solitaired out. Tomorrow is Valentine's Day. You know what I got my wife for Valentine's Day? A toolbox. That's what she wanted, a toolbox. You know what she got me? Chocolates. I love chocolate truffles. The Lindor milk chocolate truffles. Man, I love those things. We'll continue on down the road here and catch back up with you when we get stopped here in about an hour. Maybe. Or maybe not. It's too early to have anything good to say. Haven't had my coffee yet. I got it made. Just my drink is too hot. I just make it a habit to not talk to people until I've had my coffee. It helps those people live longer. Oh, speaking of being grumpy in the morning, happy Valentine's Day. I'll leave those pictures that I took at Matt's Off-Road Recovery and Fabrats at the end of the video. Maybe I'll put some bonus footage along with it. So with that, Mule Skinner, out. I want to apologize right now for whoever finds that at that intersection. I couldn't wait. So I just left Long Island. Long Island. Is it called Long Island? It's not Long Island. Grand Island. Peekaboo.